It involves House Republicans who are gearing up to subpoena the Attorney General, Merrick Garland. They want to get their hands on a transcript of President Biden's interviews with the special counsel, Robert Hur. So NewsNation's Joe Khil working his sources on Capitol Hill about this story throughout the day. Tell us what you've learned, Joe.
Yeah, we've been able to scoop this first, Connell, here at NewsNation, actually, that House Republicans have now officially sent a subpoena legally compelling the Department of Justice and Attorney General Merrick Garland to hand over the transcribed interview President Biden did with special counsel Robert Hur. Now, remember, this was the investigation into the classified documents that were found at President Biden's house. That interview that he did, we talked about, ended up clearing President Biden legally, but politically, remember, it was really damaging. It was the one where there were all of these questions about President Biden's mental fitness and his memory. If we can put up that excerpt right now from that report that Robert Hur released, it essentially said that we've considered at a trial Mr. Biden would likely present himself to a jury as he did during our interview, sympathetic, well-meaning, elderly man with a poor memory. Now, that specific sentence and a couple of other remarks in the special counsel's report really set off a firestorm, Connell. So House Republicans have been saying, we want to see the interview, not the report that Hur put out, but the actual question and answer with President Biden that lasted 5 hours. It is written down. So now there is a subpoena compelling the DOJ to hand it over. Now, we're told the DOJ received this request, this subpoena. We're not entirely sure they're going to comply with it. The Attorney General is not just every regular, ordinary American who legally must comply with these congressional subpoenas. There are different rules there, so it is entirely possible they go a different route. It's possible they just hand it over. In fact, we heard from a source that the White House themselves were considering making this public when they had this transcribed interview. They don't have it right now, but it is really significant, Connell, that the Attorney General of the United States receiving this subpoena from House Republicans today.
Good reporting on that. The scoop from Joe Khil. Thank you, Joe. And we go from Joe. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.